Oh, the MSQ was so good. Now I'm all caught up. What do I do now?
Ko, what are you doing? It is me, God.
God?
Just kidding, it's me, Lewis. Why are you looking up your stolen nudes?
I beat the MSQ in 14. I got nothing else to do.
You can do other things in Final Fantasy 14 besides looking up your stolen nudes.
Oh. 14 can get kind of boring for players who don't know what they want to do. I get it. You've done it. You've caught up on all the 14's main quests, but what do you do now? Go raid stupid? No, I'm not gonna suggest that. It's probably the most commonly known response that everyone gets after they beat the main story. While that's the most common suggestion for everyone when they beat the story, not everyone's interested in raiding. It kinda has a scary and intimidating entry for players new to raiding as a whole, and some players just aren't ready for that kind of content, possibly.
Is that true? Like, how many of you guys are a little, like, intimidated by, you know, a raid setting? I went into PF yesterday, and I wasn't really that intimidated. I mean, dude, I've cleared the tier. Like, I cleared the tier very early, and I farmed it for weeks. But my point is, I went into PF with randoms, and I was trying to reprog because I didn't remember fuck. The prog parties, like the fresh prog parties, there is, in my opinion, there is absolutely nothing to be afraid of in regards to the fresh prog parties, because everyone is starting from, you know, zero, right? Everyone's garbage, and then you get better together. Obviously, some people learn a little faster than others, but that's to be expected. You know, everyone's different. Everyone learns at different speeds. It is what it is. It's normal, perfectly normal, and that's fine. But it's appropriate for a fresh prog party, right? So like, I was fine. Then we made it to like Devour, and I was ready to like learn every mechanic post Devour, right? But that party was kind of stuck on Devour, and some people dipped. So we made another party, and we we posted it on PF, or we listed it on PF. Fucking fly! My face! Get out of here! Sorry. There's a fucking fly. He's pissing me off. Anyway. What was I saying? Yeah. So we made another party, and they it was Nas, or he listed it, or they listed it as I think it was a clear party. A clear party, and I was like, fuck, dude, I'm not clear ready yet. At that moment, I wasn't ready yet because I had a couple mechanics to learn. So that's when it started to get a little intimidating, because I'm like, damn, I'm kind of not like, you know, oh, it was an enraged prog. Okay. But like, I still had like Ruby 4 and 5 to fucking learn. So I was like, fuck, like, I'm not really at enrage yet. So like, this is a bit like, you know, I was feeling a little nervous. So in that way, I suppose, yeah, it's a little intimidating. But if you go into like a fresh party, bro, that's really what you got to do. If you want to get into raiding, but you're a little, you know, you're a little scared, just join fresh prog parties, and everyone's going to be equally as bad. or fuck it, dude, just make some friends, and see if you can make some friends who are just as bad as you, and then you guys can get good together. It's that fun. Did you eat the fly? No, I clapped that motherfucker. Clap that bitch. What about me PFing in ultimates? I've never PF'd an ultimate. I'd be down though. Honestly, I'd be down to PF like UCOB or something. Fuck Uwu. I don't ever want to do Uwu again. Uwu stinks. I haven't cleared DSR. I do like DSR a lot. That's a really fun one. You lost me at the Find Friends. Bro, it's not that hard. It's not that hard. Just play Cat Girl or Bunny Girl. Easy. Dude, Hrothgars, they flock. Like on, I don't know how it is on your server, but on Fairy, Hrothgars, they flock together in packs in Old Charlian. Like, I know like 5 of them. And sometimes they'll like huddle around me and start emoting and shit. And then it starts to smell like wet dog. Or I'm sorry, cat, I guess.
And believe me, I was sweating like crazy when I was doing my first ever Savage runs. I get it. If you're one of the 10 players who are still sub to 14 during a massive downtime between patches, or just at a loss of what to do and don't want to be bored, today I will suggest to you some things that can keep you busy. Go do ERP.
That's a horrible take. ERP is not that accessible to most. The ERP is fucking difficult. Number one, you have to be, you know, like you have to be innovative with your writing. My dude, you have to be able to write unique shit, you know? Like, imagine, let's say, here, let's compare this to IRL. Let's say you're a dude and you pull up to the club and you're looking for some honeys. Okay, you're looking for some honeys. but you pull up in a white tee and some raggedy ass fucking sweatpants and like Crocs or some shit. No one's gonna want to touch you, man, because you're a little too basic, boring. You know, you gotta spice it up. Put on a little watch. Maybe get some tapered joggers. You know, put on some sneaks. Some okay, maybe not Yeezys. Maybe not Yeezys. Let's put on some, I don't know, Converse or something. Vans. Okay, maybe not Vans or Converse actually. Let's put on some Jordans, right? Get a V-neck, a chain, do your hair, put on some cologne, and then people are gonna start, you know, being a little more interested in you. But with ERP, you could type in lowercase and have like a 6-word sentences, and then like what is it? It's their turn to type out some shit, and then they hit you with a fucking wall, right? With perfect capitalization, punctuation, and then it's just, oh my, like, dude, that's probably how it goes, and it's just embarrassing to even think about, dude. That shit is not for everyone, okay? You have to be like a fucking writer. You have to like be like an award-winning like novel writer, dude, person, you know? Come on.
I'm joking. Mostly. Also, another alternative you can do is touch grass, which I've been told to do so, but I got kind of bored after a few seconds of doing that, so instead, let's go do something fun. Let's get some easy suggestions out of the way. I call these ones the quick ones.
And the roulettes, the easiest one, right? Like you just hit all these roulettes, but like, bro, these are repetitive. They are repetitive. They're called roulettes, but you get the same shit. It's not even a fucking roulette. Oh, you Q expert, you get one of the 2 fucking dungeons. It's a 2-dungeon roulette. Oh, you got level 90 dungeons? You get the same ones that you get for expert. Oh my god. And then for alliance raids, you get fucking Labyrinth of the Ancients or Circus Tower. You get one of those. And then for trials right now, you get fucking Battle on the Big Bridge because of the Moogle Trove or whatever, the treasure trove. You get the same fucking content. These are not roulettes anymore, man. Ah.
Which sounds like the nickname given to me by my ex, coincidentally. Funny how it works out like that. For my first quick one, I have leveling up different jobs, and as it sounds, this will allow you to access different jobs and get you into roles you thought you never would try before. I eventually settled on Black Mage as my main job. When I first started, I was a Paladin, then I saw how ugly that level 50 armor is, yuck. Then I swapped to Ninja because it had dual wielding, and here I am as a Black Mage. A job that I thought was too nerdy to play and looked lame, but you know what, it kind of matches me in real life, so I guess you are what you play. If you're anything like me and you enjoy pain, well, you go back and level up all the jobs to 90 because why not? But if you don't want to do that, I would say at least look into a job that you're kind of curious in. Who knows if that might end up being your new main. I think it's an experience that everyone should try at least a few times. Who knows?
Me with Summoner. Yeah, bro, like I've always been like that sweaty tryhard who wants to like just get ridiculous damage numbers on melee. But now that I'm older and, you know, I'm not as crazy as I used to be, I want to just sit back, kick it, relax on Summoner, press the same button, you know, like over and over again. Maybe hit the occasional, oh shit. Hey, yo, Hawk, buddy, thanks for the raid. I appreciate that. Thank you, man. Hey, shout out to my boy Hawk. Thank you, man. Hope you had a good stream. What about big fishing? Fishing is pretty fun. I do enjoy fishing. I haven't done it in probably over a year, but I liked ocean fishing. That was pretty good. Okay, but what if I'm making 110 million gil erping? Well, then you're probably really good at erping, dude.
You might enjoy playing Machinist. Don't actually play that. PvP, and I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but trust me, it's a lot more comfier and kind of simple. And when you eventually get into a match, I swear it's really fun. PvP isn't as stressful.
Are the queues really that dead?
Sometimes, like really, if you're playing.
Yo, is this not at 1080p? Why does it look so bad? Is that just what Final Fantasy looks like?
Playing ranked Crystalline Conflict, it'll be way more sweatier, but playing casual will be more forgiving. But play Frontlines if you want pure chaos. I'm saying, look, no one expects to win Frontlines. We just go in there and we YOLO. So play that one if you just want to kind of throw things at a wall, just throw your spells and everything at other players, just follow the main group. It's really kind of a very brain-dead mode to play. What the
I haven't done a PvP or Frontlines in a very long time, but I am a big fan of Frontlines. I think Frontlines is pretty fucking fun. I don't really know how it feels now in this expansion, but in previous expansions, it was pretty fun. Once upon a time, before we had Shatter and what's the one from Heavensward, Seal Rock, and all these other different modes, we only had Secure, which is what he's on right now, and it's like just one round map, and then there's mid, and you have to go up these like stairs to get there, and then you fight for these like nodes, and then you kill each other, and then you steal bases over and over again. It's very repetitive, and it's a little boring, you know. But like you have to move around a lot. So like it was the very beginning, but they eventually added a mode called Slaughter. It was just Slaughter. It was Slaughter, and you would just kill people. That's all it was. The goal was to just kill each other, and it was great. I loved Slaughter. And Feast was also, God, it was atrocious back then. It was so
The hell
bad.
did I just say? I said stick with the main group, this dumb dragoon. Oh my god. And on the plus side, if you do PvP content, you get PvP gear. And not to brag,
The
but
gear
you
is
know,
pretty
I
hot.
think PvP gear looks pretty nice.
It does.
And lastly, let's go over some tribe things. Doing your
Okay.
daily tribes will allow you to get exclusive tribe gear and goodies such as exclusive locked behind tribe emotes. They're mostly like another thing to check off your list of things to do in the game, so that's kind of nice. But this kind of content is limited by a time gate, so you really want to get started on this as soon as possible. You also get a pretty cute insight into all the different tribes in the game. You get to even help out the snake women. So if you're into that kind of thing, well, there you go.
What the
but
fuck,
there's
Kaiser?
also an option for the elephant people as well. We're not gonna knock that. They're beautiful people too. And
Oh
lastly,
my
you get a good amount
God.
of EXP for your
Got the
combat
beer
jobs,
belly.
crafting, and gathering. And those are the quick ones. Let's actually talk about some more in-depth topics that I kind of want to go over that'll give you more things to do. The next one I have up is housing, and the problem with housing is that it can be very limited. To get a house
Yeah, it's limited in the sense that I'm limited to what I can actually do with housing because I'm a broke bitch. I don't have the fucking money. I don't have the funds to build this house. I can't even buy one. First, you gotta buy the damn house, and it's expensive, and you gotta get all the furniture to put inside. That shit ain't cheap, okay? I've always been a fucking tenant. I did have a house once upon a time in like ARR, and then I swapped servers and I had to demolish it. So like, I think there's some sort of storage system where you can put a bunch of like furniture in if you're moving plots. So I might actually still have furniture, but it's like all the old furniture from fucking 2013, 2014, and it looks disgusting in comparison to what you see today, right? Like now, oh my God, have y'all been on like Final Fantasy 14 housing Twitter? What the fuck, dude? The interior design people on Twitter are crazy, man. Y'all ever seen that one channel on TV? Fuck, I forget what it was called, but my mom used to watch it daily. It was basically just interior design, like just house. It was like housing for just IRL. Home and gardening. That's the one. That's the one. Yes. My mom will watch it all the time. And Twitter's the same thing for Final Fantasy. It's crazy.
now in 14, you have to win a lottery system, and I know a guy who went through at least 5 different lotteries before he even got one. Not everyone can end up with a house. However, apartments are always an option. They're much easier to get than houses, and they're cheaper. Just like real life. Apartments are a great way to get into housing first. It's kind of like a free trial. Did you know that apartments in the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV are a free trial for housing and includes a housing item limit space of 100 for furniture?
It's not free.
Sign up today. Or if you're part of an FC with an FC house, you can get an FC room for about the same price of 300k. Apartments and FC room function pretty much the same, so there's really not much of a difference if you choose one or the other. Whether you have a house, an apartment, or an FC room.
Listen, man, I don't play these MMOs to do the same shit I do IRL, okay? I live in an apartment right now. I want to live in a big ass mansion on the hill or by the beach side, you know, like I'm not trying to live in a fucking apartment for 300,000 kill. It's like a little studio, dude. No, absolutely not.
You can get started with the hardest content in the game, like actually harder than raiding. I am not joking you. I would rather run Ultimate all day, every day, instead of sitting here trying to float a stupid furniture piece. I'd rather eat rocks right now. 14 housing
actually
is full of
fucking
pain,
brought rocks
and you'll
inside.
be crying every step of the way, and you will be. Trust me. But it's so worth it when you can finally make a place that you can call home and it feels really nice. That
Aw.
is until you see other creations around you and you start to feel even worse. So I recommend to keep your
True,
housing game up.
actually.
You go check out the HDTV 14 housing channel on YouTube.
What? Dude, we were just talking about this. What? That is so funny. That is so fucking funny. No way. There's HG14, bro. That's so good. I cannot believe this exists, but it makes perfect sense. Man, those places look good. But The color palette is just as basic as Limbs of Cat Girls, dude. It's all pastel. Oh my god, every time.
YouTube. My friend Ashen and her team makes a lot of great videos on whether you need inspiration or housing tips or tutorials. Go check it out. It's very helpful, fun content.
Yo, what's up, Regalia?
Let's talk about everyone's favorite kind of people in 14, the mentors.
That's me. That's us. That's us, baby.
Yes, for a nice 1,500 commendations.
That ain't shit. That ain't shit. Listen, bro. All you gotta do is play a cat girl. Put on a very skimpy. Listen, I know it sucks, or like might not be, like the most appealing, strategy, but it works. It works. Play a cat girl or a bunny girl. Put on some very skimpy glamour. Dye it pastel pink. Play white mage. Profit. Even if you die, they don't look at your name. They look at your character. All they gotta know is you're the white mage, and they'll give you the comms.
I gotta be nice to other players? You too can become a mentor. The act of being a mentor is a fate similar to being bullied in school. And even though they're the most hated people in the game and made fun of...
It's not pastel, it's egg white, just like 50% of the houses in the US. True. Yeah, bro. Like, all my walls are white, dude. I mean, I used to have blue walls back in my parents' house since I was a kid. Oh, dude, imagine having fucking like ocean blue walls, dude. I used to have like a wallpaper of Buzz Lightyear, like it wasn't like a wallpaper, but like it was like accenting like along like the walls at the very top, like close to the ceiling, and it had like little planets and stars from like Buzz Lightyear. And I could not take any, dude, I could not bring any girls home. I could not bring any girls home to show them the Buzz Lightyear room, dude. No shot.
As well, mentors do one of the hardest things, which is going through content and trying to teach players how to do it. And I mean, can you imagine me, Mentor Co? I would blow up.
I miss this, man. I miss mentoring Extreme Trials.
Like, I'm just gonna.
No, I haven't seen the 16 trailer yet. I haven't seen it.
You telling me to be patient and a mentor a lot is like trying to tell a dog not to go hump the beanbag chair. That was a really terrible analogy. Mentors.
Co, hit me up, bro. I can give you some better preset settings for your OBS, man. Like, what is this bit rate?
Are the most selfless people in the game. The reward of being a mentor comes with a feeling of helping out the players, and it honestly feels really good. Mentors are always made fun of for doing the right thing. Who else is gonna answer that call to help struggling players out there? Mentors are the most selfless people out there, and honestly,
that's right.
I salute them.
Appreciate you.
You get a mount if you help enough players out there? Oh, that's why they're doing it, man. I thought they were just good people, but they're just like me. Man, f them new players. Looking good is 100%
oh, come on,
part
man.
of the game, and collecting glamour can be fun in itself. Having new outfits can make you feel good about yourself, unlike your real life self where you only wear the same hoodie every single video.
Dude, I have actually been on that same hoodie grind for like the last 4 months. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, the same 3 hoodies. It's just, dude, I've been spending way more time at home lately, and like, dude, it's cold as hell, and I gotta keep myself warm, dude. So like, fuck it. Yo, Avocado, thanks for that follow.
Wait a minute. One of my favorite sites to use is the Eorzea collection, which is a great site for—
Dude, I have never used this site. I have never, ever used this site. Is this good? Do people actually have fire glamours on this? Like, after this video, I will take a look at this website and see how on point these glamours are. They better not be some weak sauce, okay?
Getting inspiration for clothing or just—
Hold up. I saw one I kind of liked. I kind of like this one right here. This one's kind of nice. That one's kind of tight. I like that. I never really see metallic orange, so that's pretty good.
Clothing or just literally stealing piece for piece somebody else's work.
That's cool.
And once you found that right look you want to try to copy or, take inspiration from, you can go hunting for the pieces, and that will give you a lot of time to do things. Fashion is the true end game of 14, not rating, so if you want to look good, get on it. Adventuring Forays. Now, this is probably the most funkiest name out of anything in this game, but you know what? It is what it is. Eureka and Baja fall under the Adventuring Foray category, and
is that what that is?
These because it's kind of dead content. The quest lines will require you to rent some—
Is Baja dead? I mean, I know Eureka's dead as fuck. Like, it's like whenever you Eureka is ideal for poetic farming, and I've had to farm hella poetics for a couple of relics, and every time I find myself in Eureka, there's like 8 people. It's really bad. I don't know how Baja is, though. I don't really have a whole lot of reason to go back into Baja aside from the mount. That's literally it, I guess. It's not bad for leveling. I think Cole leveled up every single job with Baja.
some content that you may need people to help you with, and if you're playing at a time
Eureka's
where
massive
there's
on
not
Crystal,
really
that's
people
crazy.
on, or you're lacking in friends, you might have a rough time. Eureka and Baja actually have the relics from both Stormblood and Shadowbringers respectively. So if you like collecting relics, go ahead and go for these. Aside from the relics, they both have their own quest line and really hard challenging fights, so I would say definitely go for this kind of content. It also involves a lot of grinding as well, so if you like to grind while, you know, watching something on the side, this is a great way to progress. I especially want to mention Eureka here, which actually has one of the coolest mounts in the game, and it's known for being one of the hardest mounts to kind of get because of the content behind it. This cube ball boy.
It's because you need so many people, man. You need like 50 plus people. Haven't seen Haru since last year. Welcome back. What? Smack, bro. I was live yesterday.
Now, the thing about this mount is that it's locked behind a pretty tough content wall, where if you die in this content, you may not be easily revived by your teammates. It's that hard. However, there's a lot of help out there for this kind of content. There are Discord servers specifically made for this kind of content where people get together and run Eureka content. And best part is, you don't even have to talk. You just go in and listen to calls, and that's it.
It's true.
Honestly one of the coolest things ever.
Yo, dude, props to those dudes who shot call very clean for an entire group of like 40 plus people in Eureka, man. Like that is, bro, who wants to be that guy? Nobody wants to be that guy. But the dudes who actually go out of their way to do that for an entire fucking Eureka run or a BA run, that's tight, dude. Props to you for that. I could never.
In 14, you know, having to jump into a call coordinated by an expert who's giving you the shot calls, it's like Savage raiding, but on a large scale of like at least 24 people. It's pretty awesome. Go check it out. And a huge shout out to the Crystalline Adventuring Forays and Expedition Discord, aka Cafe. They helped me got my clear for Eureka, and I got my mount because of them, and they were so cool and always coordinate a lot of runs, so please go check them out.
Definitely one of the best mounts in the game.
Blue Mages is one of the rare jobs in 14 that kind of goes overlooked all the time. Please stop making fun of us. But I would say, honestly, if you have not unlocked Blue Mage or collected some spells, try doing that.
I fucking love Blue Mage. I actually really enjoy Blue Mage content. I didn't enjoy doing Blue Mage Omega. Like final Omega on Blue Mage was probably some of the worst shit I've ever done. That was not fun. But everything else was. I enjoyed doing well, I forgot the name of this boss. The robot. He's like kind of chunky and he's like green and like red and blue, and he's like the last boss of like the second tier of Alexander. Fuck, what's his name? Brute Justice. That was really fun on Blue Mage. I had a really good time doing that. And the funny thing is that there are groups who prog that with full Blue Mages, and they like they're perfectly fine with seeing all the mechanics. Dude, if you pump heavy DPS, you can skip Gavel. You can skip Gavel entirely. So remember that. If you want to go for the Marble mount, find yourself a group who has enough Blue Mage DPS to skip Gavel, because that shit is awful on Blue Mage.
With the fully equipped Blue Mage, you can actually run through dungeon content really easily. But why would I need to run through dungeons quickly, Ko, when I can just do that on my other jobs?
Blue Mage is really good for fates as well.
Comes by every now and then, and it awards you with Tombstone for doing activities in the game. You can get Tombstones from running Praetorium, Old Alliance raids, even raid content, dungeons, and PvP. However, instead of doing all of that, you can just run dungeons as Blue Mages, where you can clear in less than like 4 minutes.
Yeah, that was the strat last treasure trove, and I think the one before that and the one before that was just to get a full party of Blue Mages. I think ideal party comp was like 3 Blue Mages and a tank. And yo, what's up, Teeny? And you would just run Aurum Vale and then just clear it out with, I think it's Ram's Voice and Ultra Vibration. I think that's what it's called, and it just insta kills everything. And you have 3 Blue Mages to rotate these cooldowns with, and you just delete everything in the dungeon. It's great.
Allowing you to knock out this event and get all the rewards you need as quickly as possible. From having to level the Blue Mage, collecting spells, doing the Blue Mage Carnival, and doing all the other content that would involve Blue Mage stuff. There's a lot that can be done here, and I think you should give it a try.
They need to hurry up and drop some more stuff for Blue Mage, man. I feel like all we've really had to do with Blue Mage this expansion is the Moogle treasure trove. You know, I feel like oh yeah, and then you have double missile for the boss. Yeah, that's true. Blue Mage just tears shit up. It's such a cheesy job. But like, it's just right now, like we have like side content that isn't really like designed for Blue Mage, right? and which would be the Moogle treasure trove shit, like the farms, right? I want them to give us more achievements to work towards, mounts and shit, because the Morble was fantastic, but I couldn't even be asked to complete my prog through Omega with my Blue Mage group because I didn't give a shit about that title. I think it was like True Blue or something like that. It was some Blue Mage title that you would get it for killing, I think it was all the final bosses of Omega, the Azure and Omega. Yeah, it was something like that. And I just could not be like the prog in Final Omega was so painful that I quit. I didn't want to do it anymore. The title wasn't good enough for me to want to continue with that prog. The mount was worth it, worth as hell. I use that mount all the fucking time. I love it. Bro, that mount, you can puke on people with that mount. Fantastic mount, very worth every single second of that prog. But the titles, it depends. If you're a title guy, then go for it, right? But I'm chilling with Legend. I like Legend. And I know a lot of people like what's it called, Necromancer. I'll get that one day. Skill issue, it probably, dude, it's just it was way harder to do it on Blue Mage or with a group of Blue Mages than it was with a regular group. That fight is so much easier with a regular group, a regular comp. Oh shit, posture check. Okay, one sec, posture check. Oh, stats. Oh my god. Shit, that felt good, man.
Yeah. Besides that, Blue Mage itself can actually be kind of challenging. You can actually run through old content as Blue Mages for rewards. Now, the next thing I'm going to suggest is...
Wait. What was that? What? There's like a separate duty finder for Blue Mage? Oh, I didn't know that. That's crazy. What? And it gives rewards. I had no idea. Yo, Vanna, thanks for the 10. Welcome back. I appreciate that. Thank you. They have weekly challenges. Damn, I know about the weekly challenges, but I didn't know about this duty finder thing. Wow. Sheesh. Maybe I should try this out. That's interesting. That's what Haru sounds like when I looks its art. Never mind. Kaiser.
You can actually
what
run
the
through
fuck?
old content as Blue Mages for rewards. Now, the next thing I'm going to suggest is probably the most evilest thing in the world, and
Okay.
I'm not talking about kicking Lalafels. I am talking about relics and how evil they
jeez.
are. Relics are evil and full of so much work, just for glamour. That's right, previous relics are mainly there just for glamour, and they serve almost no purpose in combat. Actually, sometimes you can use them for raiding on previous content for an extra bit of damage, but it's almost never needed. But other than that, you can waste so much time making relics for the ideal glamour set, like weeks.
I wouldn't call it wasting. It's you're spending time towards, you know, an ultimate goal of yours, right? Like you're grinding, but it'll be worth it in the end when you get that really nice weapon. Until you say, I don't want this anymore, and then you just dump it in your glamour dresser, and then it's wasted.
Worth of time depending on the relic, and
Link
honestly,
video? Yeah,
it's
sure.
worth it. Some of the weapon relics look really nice, and honestly, it's a feat on its own to get them done. And I've known people who've got multiple relics done from one
Some of these
expansion.
look good.
We call these people...
These look kind of goofy, I'm not gonna lie. I never really liked this for Ninja. Like, they're just oversized. Dude, they just look so derpy.
clinically insane. I
They
have
look
to come
so
clean on
derpy,
this
they're
last
so
one.
big.
For the longest time,
Too big for
I
daggers,
thought
yeah.
RP venues were kind of cringe. I used to think to myself, what's so fun about getting together, making up these weird stories and like acting things out at a place? Well, turns out I was severely wrong. It's actually a lot of fun. This whole entire area of the game is something that I have zero knowledge on, but RP venues are actually super chill. If you're a person who cannot go out with friends, or simply lack friends, RP venues offer an environment where players can just sit down and chill with others. People who really get into this thing and get really immersed into the act is honestly pretty commendable and impressive. If you've never RP'd before, it's honestly like acting in front of a bunch of strangers you don't know, and it's honestly one of the most nerve-wracking things I've ever done in this game. Ko goes in to lick the cat girl's ear slowly.
Yo.
I'm not even joking, even more nerve-wracking than raiding. I apologize to all the RP players out there for kind of thinking it was kind of silly content. Turns out I was the silly content the whole time. I hope you forgive me. And if you're asking Ko, where do you go for your RP? Well, I can't really disclose where I go because I don't want you guys catching me at places, but let's just say maybe a certain cat girl Hooters is something I'd like to go check out.
Cat girl Hooters.
Just saying, you know, maybe you'll find me there.
Okay.
Maybe you won't. Who knows? And
Kinda
there
based.
you go. Hopefully these things will help you fight off boredom in 14. And there are still so many other things in 14 that I have not suggested in this video today, like grinding away at the gold saucer, collecting triple triad cards for a mount, fishing, treasure hunting, deep dungeons, and so many other things out there that I just cannot list in this one video. And if nothing here interests you and you don't really feel like playing 14, take a break. Everyone can take a break.
How do I not know about Cat Girl Hooters? That's true. How the fuck do I not know about Cat Girl Hooters?
It's totally fun to do that. Go play other games and come back in the future when there's more updates to the game to keep yourself, you know, in the...
No, it's kind of crazy. Like, these RP venues go hard. They go really hard. Have you guys seen like the DJ streams? You can probably find some right now. Like, here, watch. I'll pull up the directory. Check it out. Check it out. Here. Look at this. DJ Songbirds. Like, it's crazy. And they just blare very loud, like EDM, but it's cool. It's cool. Why are there so many? Because why not, right? Why not? Yo, earlier I saw dude, there was some guy who was streaming anime. He was streaming like it wasn't Hunter x Hunter. It was 7 Deadly Sins in the 14 category. What the fuck is that? Why? And this is like the third time I've seen him doing that. It's always the same guy. I don't know how he gets away with it. He keeps on streaming fucking anime in the 14 section to like 500 viewers. How is that allowed? It's weird.
The loop of things. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a hot and sexy RP date tonight, so I'll catch you losers later. No, it's not with her.
Man, Ko's so much funnier these days, dude. He's so much funnier these days. Good video, man. Good video. Someone want me to link it? Here you go. Here you go. Good video, Ko. Very good video. Fuck, I kind of want to watch another one. Ko, I like what you're putting out, brother. Fortnite fans mad again. Ah, dude, you know, same shit, different fucking day. Wait, streamer? What's up? What's up? Oh shit, Haru's online? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're back. Back again. That was a good video. I don't know. There definitely is a lot of stuff you can do to keep yourself occupied during like content lulls. It's just it ultimately depends on what you would like to do, right? Like if you only want to raid, then the game's gonna get boring eventually because you're only doing the same raids over and over again, or again, and then like the same dungeons, the same trials. Like you don't really have a whole lot of reason to do trials if you have all the mounts, blah 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 blah. You know, it's just And then there's people who like don't really like the idea of having to go back and consume old and like quote unquote outdated content to keep themselves busy, right? Like people prefer new content, and in a way I do respect that to some degree. I get it, but I mean, it's something to do. It's something to do. I still do old relics from time to time. Like every now and then I'll find someone like using a specific relic, and it's like, shit, that would go really well with like my glamour, right? And it's just fuck, it's just not every single ultimate weapon goes well with my glamours, dude. They just don't. I've got a group that does older raids and EX more fun than I thought it would be. Yeah, no, like it's just a lot of those raids are really well designed. Like I went back and I did a little bit of I was just bored, and I kind of like wanted to look through the. Dude, I hate talking about this because I sound like such a boomer, but like the old coil raids, dude, those were so nice. Those were so nice. The mechanics were cool. They were a pretty decent challenge, and I mostly enjoyed just the exploration aspect of it, because like they gave you the opportunity to kind of like explore like these little bits and pieces of this instance that they went and like designed, right? Like it's not just the boss room, like a little square, a box, a circle, whatever, when the boss in the center. It's not just that, right? Like back in ARR, like the coils had a little bit of, you know, space that was filled with trash mobs, and like they would design like pretty crazy rooms. And it was cool. They don't do that anymore. It sucks that they don't do that anymore, but I mean, shit, man. I wish they did. And the argument is, oh, it's better to just queue into a raid and have the boss right there, you know? But the thing is, back then, there was a shortcut. You just took the shortcut and it took you to the boss room anyway. It was one click. It wasn't even an issue. It wasn't even an issue. Quality of life, man. Sometimes it takes away from the fun. Anyway.